Today we're talking about abstract photography, and this video will also introduce you to Lightroom and using the web-based Lightroom app through Adobe Creative Cloud. I have some abstract photography images in here. Most of these are abstract, and you'll notice that color, line, shape, texture, pattern, most of those elements of art and design are shown in these images. Most often with abstract photography, you are not able to tell exactly what you're looking at, and that's kind of the point. Sometimes you're able to guess, or at least make an educated guess, but that's the whole point of abstract photography, is that it's not completely based in realism, and we're looking to kind of make something that's never been made before. So when we are getting into abstract photography, a few techniques you can try are things like zooming in and out. When you take the photo, zooming in can give you some really interesting textures and patterns and shadows. You can look for different lighting situations, even something like this, where it's very architectural, using lighting to inform your photography. So take a look for natural lighting, artificial lighting. You can try using your phone camera flash or no flash and just see how that goes. Some other things you might want to try are messing around in your phone settings. So in your manual settings, if you have the ability to choose manual settings, that is also a nice place to start too. So there's lots of places to find interesting abstract photos, even in very ordinary, boring places, okay? Now, I have my photos uploaded to Google Drive, and when you're in your phone, right after you've completed taking your photos, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to see if you can get Google Drive onto your phone if you don't already have it, and you're going to want to try to upload your photos from your phone to Drive. So on your phone, it looks really similar to this. There will be like a little plus sign. You'll click on that, and then you can upload your photos directly to Google Drive. I believe it's just a little plus sign on the app on your phone. If you're not able to do that, you can try uploading them to Google Classroom, but you're going to choose your top 3 best photos. And here I have more than 3. You can take your guess at what they are. This one is probably the most obvious. And I just kind of went around the art room and ceramics room taking photos. I really liked how this one looked, so I'm going to actually download this one. I'm going to right click on it and do download. And this is basically how we get photos from our phone onto the Google Drive. And I did like this one too. The color on this one was kind of fun. I thought maybe I could play around with it. You can also click here for download. Then I got to choose one more. Let's do, I can't remember. Yeah, let's do this one. It's kind of a close-up of a ceramic piece. All right, and once you have your 3 photos downloaded, that's when you can go into the assignment and you can click on the online photo editor link. That's the Lightroom web-based link. And if it prompts you to sign in, go ahead and sign in with your Adobe Creative Cloud login. From here, you're going to go to Add Photos, and then you can simply drag or drop or select them from where you downloaded, which I'm just going to select all of them. I'm going to click on the first one and then hold Shift to click all 3, and then I can click Open and Upload. And I did upload some of these previously, but I just wanted to show you the process again. Lightroom is used pretty much exclusively for photo editing. So you're not going to be doing a whole lot of like double exposure or digital painting or anything like that. All right, we're ready. I got some duplicates, but that's okay. We're going to click on whichever photo you want to start with, and it's going to take you to the basic editor. Here is where you can do some quick actions, some things like auto light and color, some presets that are built in here, and then I've also actually downloaded some of my own presets here. The edit button is usually the first place I usually go to, and that's where you're going to be able to adjust your exposure, your contrast, your highlights, and I'm just going to quick kind of show you what each of those does, but then I'm going to give you time to just kind of explore on your own. So with abstract photography, it's kind of fun because you can decide what those edits are going to be. You can change colors, you can change the lighting, you can basically artificially edit these however you want in Lightroom because it's abstract. It doesn't have to look like anything. You don't have to worry about over editing or anything like that because because you are the artist here, and we're trying to make something that's interesting and beautiful to look at, but it doesn't necessarily have to look like anything in particular. So you can kind of play around with those shadows, the whites, the blacks, the highlights. Here's where you can play around with the temperature and the colors and really adjusting those points. Many of you are already familiar with saturation, so really, adjusting the colors that way. I could bring it down and turn it black and white, though I feel like color in this photograph is really important, so I want to make sure to keep the color. In case you didn't know, this is a zoomed in, basically I zoomed in as much as I could with my phone and held it against my computer screen and then took a picture of a video, and it was just like a music video playing, and I just caught this kind of cool rainbow effect. You can play around with your hue, adjusting, your blues. This is where you can adjust colors independent of each other. Play around with texture. Clarity can sometimes really pop things up. Dehaze, you can lighten and darken with dehaze. And then vignette, which can give you a nice focal point if you're looking for more of a dark edge, or if you go this way, more of a light edge. Okay. Presets are in here too. Think of these as just like photo filters. So you can click on whichever ones you're interested in, and it'll kind of give you a built-in edit ready to go. So there's some really great options here too. Take some time looking through them if you're interested. There's some good ones there. Crop is really only if you want to rotate or, crop the image. Mine is a little bit tall, so maybe I'll crop it just a little bit. I'm kind of imagining what it would look like hanging on a wall, and I kind of like that. So I'm going to hit enter on the keyboard, and we'll accept that crop. There's the healing brush, which is something we'll get more into in Photoshop, and that's where you can kind of basically take things off of an image, and it'll duplicate it from another part of the image. Think about blemishes or things like that. It kind of uses artificial intelligence for that oftentimes. You can kind of see spots must be connected. Let's see if it'll work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, depending on the image. So don't feel like you have to do that, but if you want to play around with it, that's fine too. I'm probably going to cancel that. Okay. Masking. We're not going to do a ton of masking probably for this assignment, but you're welcome to play around with some things if you'd like with the masks. And then when you are ready to actually, don't delete your photo, when you're ready to actually download your photo, you're going to click on this button here, and down here is where you can actually choose what size you want. I don't care if it's small or full size, doesn't really matter to me. I'll just do small for now since it takes up less room, and make sure it finishes downloading before you move on to your next image. Let's see if it goes. It's taking its sweet time because my internet is slow today. There we go. So it went to my downloads. I can close this out, and then I could go back to one of my other images, and it will keep those edits for you saved in Lightroom, which is really nice. So then I could just click on my next photo and edit that. Again, we're editing 3 different photos here, and they need to be abstract, and then you're going to upload those edited photos to the abstract photography assignment. After that, we will do an informal class critique, so just be prepared to share your images with the class. All right, thanks for listening, and enjoy.